Okay, so looking for a 15-minute game against someone fairly experienced. So let's go ahead and put out a seek. I found a chess club-like thing at the community center this week, and I went to that, and it went fairly well, so I'm looking to brush up a bit on my longer games, starting with 15-minute. Okay, we've got Shinov. Is Shinov going to move? He is. Let's play the French. I have lost my 1700 playing some games. Got reckless. Okay, so French defense. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna do advance? Nope. He's doing, is it the Terrace? I don't know. Okay, so now the proper move to it is to advance. Anything else loses a pawn, I believe. Okay, so now he does that. I am not afraid of it. This pawn is covered. If he takes, I'm just getting center. Okay, so now I guess I'll move my queen out. If he moves the bishop here, I could try kicking the knight away, winning this pawn, then running. And a fianchetto. Huh. Okay, so this knight could be weakened by that, potentially. As could this diagonal, although my bishop probably won't be getting out on it. I guess I should go for the f6 break in this case. But his bishop doesn't look like it will be coming out along this diagonal, and in fact, if it came out here, then I would just have c4 with a fork. Yeah, I don't think that taking is good quite yet. So I think I'll castle and go for f6. If he doesn't do anything to guard that, I have just taking and winning a center pawn, I believe. The downside to any of this is that my e6 pawn will be weakened. Okay, so he's taken. I have the defensive knight again. Maybe the e4 square later. Okay, so if I take here, he goes ahead and takes. I come up, he moves here. What to do, what to do. This might be bad, but I think that I want to go ahead and keep my dark squared bishop on the board. If I could, like, ever remove that knight, it'd be good. And I could go for something like pawn up and get my bishop out. Maybe I should just go for that right away. This knight covers this pawn. And if he decides to, like, move the knight, then try and get this pawn for his light square bishop, I am fine with that. Okay, he is going for this pawn now. But at what cost? Okay, so I think I'll move this up here just for now in case he decides to take. If he does take, I do have the bishop pair. If he does take, that could also be an opportunity to just amplify the pressure along this file. See, maybe I could go for moving that knight away now, or doubling on the F file. Or maybe just rook to the center first. Yeah, I like the looks of bringing the rook to the center. And now I can go forward with some stab at his light squares. If I ever move this pawn forward, he does have knight to d4. Though I guess this one, because the knight would be attacked, of course. And another good reason to do that could be this pawn. If he moves this knight, then this pawn could drop off. So I'm looking to target his light squares and maybe even f2 eventually. Okay, so I think maybe here I could move the bishop. That might be committing to getting that knight off. Though, because after that advance, I'd have to take in order to avoid losing material. Another option that I'd have is blocking, but I don't like that. So if I do that and he does nothing, I of course have this advance. So I do that, and I'm practically forcing him to, yeah, I think I like that. It weakens my light squares a bit, and he gets to keep his, but that knight cannot be allowed to live, I don't think, or else my center just falls. And an advantage to making him do this advance is that if I ever do get my bishop on this diagonal, then this pawn will be weak, because that would be a pin. Move the king up, I guess, but then this pawn is pinned. So just pressure on these two squares if he moves up, and I can get over here. Okay, so I move here. What does he do? I move there. Well, he'd have a knight move or two, I suppose. If I take here, he'll take with the bishop. Then I advance. Moves the bishop back. The problem of this pawn is renewed. So what if I were to take here? He takes with the bishop, and I play h6. He takes my knight, I move up here. Don't want to spend too much time on this. Okay, so if I go there, he just moves here. So I think I'll go ahead and take that. Not something that I'm super duper excited about. But now I do have this. Then when he moves back, knight to that square, that's a G and a 4. Attacking the queen. Attacking the queen and the F2 square. Suppose that he has bishop here maybe at some point. In response to that. I don't know, just get on these light squares. And maybe change the threat to getting my knight here. Okay, so if I get my knight there, he does have knight here now, by the way. Get my knight there. Or I could just keep the plan as knight here, maybe get an exchange sacrifice at some point. He does have bishop here, maybe, later, returning the pawn. Okay, so I think I'll come up here anyway now. And look for some F-file pressure. Okay, I do have this option, I think. Though it does open up my king a bit more than I'm comfortable with. I do have to worry about pins along the D file for now. Okay, so if I come up here, he takes. I grab here. Moves the queen back. There. Then what do I have? Doubling here, I think I could try that. Suppose he has bishop up here. But then I maybe could just, like, consider doubling on the F file. Get that pressure going. I do have to worry about bishop here. Okay, but no longer. Now if I take here, attacking the queen. Now taking here might be an idea. Coming here was kind of forcing. I think I like doubling here for now. This knight is watching this bishop. I might have to worry about this again, but right now there's nothing over there. He might want to consider taking this bishop now. If he moves the knight away... In fact, I could try and force the knight away, even. If I can force the knight away, then take here, then that could be just a deadly. Deadly, deadly, deadly attack. Or I could try getting the knight up and around. He does have the option, perhaps, of moving the bishop here. Okay, I'm also running a bit low on time, something to keep in mind. Maybe I want just tripling. Yeah, I think that tripling would work fine. In fact, it has a mate threat to it. If he takes here, I take here with check. He takes, I bring the queen up, then swing around here for checkmate. He brings the... Okay, so now this is what I was talking about. Take here. King is forced to do something. If he goes here, I just take here with the rook. If he takes the rook, I come up. And then he actually might have king there. Is this something that I calculated too quickly? So if I do that, he goes there. I come up, renewing the threat checkmate, but he has queen here, perhaps as a saving move, so let's change it to... Whoa, he resigned. I guess he didn't see either. Okay, so he offered a rematch. I will take that. Hopefully this won't make the video too terribly long. Let's see what my file size is currently. Okay, so it's still under half a gig. And it is a Sicilian. A Sicilian. Okay. So, a Sicilian. One of the guys who plays at the community center I saw plays this. I think he's their best one. It was said. So I wanted to get some Sicilian practice in. Excuse me. Anyway. Okay, so standard stuff so far. He thought quite a while before doing that by Sicilian standards. So he might be looking for an early b4. I might want to look for getting the bishops here, playing f4. If he pins this knight, I'm not sure how to deal with that, to be honest. But yeah, he might be looking for b5, b4. Okay, it doesn't look like he's going to be doing that. Get my bishop along these lovely dark square thingies. Queen here, just queen up, I think, and if he takes, I come here, and it's lots of fun stuff. Okay, so I don't think I need to be worried about that. If he plays b4, maybe I do, but... In the game that I played at the community center... Oh, and I don't have to worry about b4 quite yet, of course, because of, the thing. Okay, so now f3, queen up, look to castle queenside, maybe. There's a possibility of dragons. I might want to slow down soon. So now I want to play here, I think. Have the option of kicking his knight away or just playing h4. I'll want to look out for fancy sacks, of course. So if I do that, he plays there. I play here, he takes, I play... I take, he takes, I take. I might be able to roll with this. Could just be a question, as it often is in Sicilian games, of whose pawn storm is faster. I could consider coming here, or I could have considered going there first and getting my knight over here, but I don't think I quite like that. Okay. So am I missing something? There's not yet any pin along here because I could just move my bishop back or move the pawn up or what have you. Okay, so I think now just... he's looking for that, maybe. Could try kicking that away now. He moves the knight, like, here. Take the bishop, he takes, and I can play there later. I don't think I like that. So I'm deciding between king b2 and maybe sacrificing a pawn to get to his dark squares. And just h5 right now. I think king b2. Because if all this stuff comes off and I get his bishop, then I get to play h5. I think that that's fine for me. I can always bring the bishop up here. I am on this pawn, but it would be foolish of me to take. Because rook f b8, and I'm just being slaughtered over there. Funny would be like queen there. Okay, so now I'm looking for this h5 advance. Oh, and in fact he can't take there, because then after I took there, he'd be losing that knight. Unless maybe something clever with a check here. No, because I could just take there. Pawn takes, I take, and yeah, I'd be down some material, but... Okay, so let's go after those dark squares now, then. Or let's defend, yeah. Defend, now it would be a pawn sack. But to get that dark square bishop, totally worth it. Same thing for ideas that he might like try having here to try and win the bishop. No, because I just take the knight first. Or because I just take the bishop first, not the knight, and so he doesn't get this. Okay, I am completely 100% happy with that. Knight here could be an issue. could be an issue. Okay, so how do I respond to that? Because if he goes there and I take and he takes, I move my queen, I'm not very comfortable. But if I move my queen here, sidestep, I think I'd rather be able to just sidestep that whole mess altogether. So let's move here. If he comes down, I don't accept the sacrifice, I just sidestep it. So he comes down, then moves the queen here. Maybe that was a bit hasty. If he moves the queen there, then maybe I could just go back to the old idea of taking here. Then maybe like trying to bring a rook up and around here. Takes. Okay. Not sure what he's looking for there. I think I want to go ahead and pull off my advance now. Over here. Hope it's not too late. I could take here. But I think that queen here was a weird move. Like, maybe queen a5 would have been nice, but I think that that was the wrong move, what he did just now. Maybe he's going to get the queen on that diagonal for the mate, but then I think that I can just block. And he has queen along that diagonal, which would be a huge problem. Okay, so if he goes there, I might have to take, and then, like, him getting a piece there could be a major problem. Okay, that, however, I think I am okay with. Okay, so if I take here, do I have anything? Maybe I should just give a check here, bring my rook up. And try and take here. As long as I can defend against all this mess over here, then I think everything should just be all fine and dandy. If he moves up here, then he does that. I take the knight, he takes there. I give a check here with my bishop. And again, I think it should be smooth sailing. So if he moves here, or if he moves back to here, then moves here, I think I could just go ahead and snip that knight. Okay, I could go ahead and take here now. Have a passed pawn. Or maybe take here, he takes, I come here, asking for a queen trade. No, I don't think that quite works. But after this, actually, maybe I could just take here, he takes. With the pawn, I come up looking for a queen trade. Maybe. Because he has to defend against the mate threat after that. And I guess he could come up with the queen there, and I take here maybe, then try and get a rook over here. Okay, he is having none of it. I could try for the queen trade right now and try and win with my pawn. Okay, I do have some time. I do have some time. I could try now for this. I do have to worry about my king side, though, so... I think I'll go ahead and try that. For now, this pawn is still defended by that bishop, even from a distance. Queen moves here, I think I have to come up. Or wait, no, that's not an option anymore. Queen goes there, I think I have to take. Okay, cool, now these squares are weak. Okay. I could try for this. F4 is what I mean by this. I could try for that queen trade again. I think I'll go with this for now. Let's see, so then he goes here, I take, he takes. I come somewhere with the queen. Try and not have an immediate threat. I'm getting a rook down there. I think I might have to, like, no. Okay, yeah, queen here could be really bad for me still. Alright, so is there any way to avoid the checkmate except taking the knight? Not that I can see. So we're going to have to do that. If I can get the queens off, though, things should be looking up. In fact, I wonder about taking here, taking here, taking here, taking their queening, so no. Okay, so if I come here... No, I think that I need to come here. I think that I need to come down like this. His threat being there and there. He does that. Maybe I could squeak away with playing here. Okay, let's see. So might have to give up the queen here. Though for a piece and a pawn and some change. Oh, but no, after this rook, I have to watch out for this rook. Okay, so quickly, if I take here, he takes with the pawn. I take with the pawn. He comes down here. I move up. King goes, I don't know, there. I come here. Or wait. No, I can't go there. So if I go there, he goes here. I take the queen, of course. If I go there, he takes the pawn. I take. He comes here. I come up. He goes there. I move here. Because, yeah, see, I'm worried about that rook, if I am. And this, of course. Okay, so takes here, takes here, takes here, comes here, goes here with check, scoots, check. Moves there. Comes up. He moves there. Then I come here with check, have that. Da 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 da. Check, moves here. I think that might work, actually. So if I take here with the rook, he takes there. Or he takes there, I take here. Now I do have this pawn at the end. If it comes down to the end game, that's a really nice pawn, I think. So if this rook remains here, then I think I can do it. Okay, so if I do that, he's going to come down here. This attack has to work. Has to. Or else he gets checkmate. Though I suppose there's some lines where maybe I could move the bishop up here, try and keep this solid, then go for the checkmate. Okay, so if I come up, he moves, I check, he moves there. And I could move there and I'd have two connected passed pawns. After the queen trade, he'd take here, though. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, so also... Okay, if he moves there, then he moves there, then I take, and I go there, and I think that I have something good. He moves here. Now I could go for the queen trade, he grabs here, and I might have a problem. If he moves there, and I come up here, looking to attack that. That does guard against the mate threat, temporarily at least. Okay, what about check here with the rook? Then if he takes queen here, his only move is there, queen there, checkmate. If he does not take, he moves here. And I come here, and yeah, I think that works, actually. And if he scoots back there, then this is still checkmate. Okay, so I... If this works, that rook sack will have been awesome, or he'll have just misplayed. But I didn't see a whole lot else that I could do that wasn't just a slow grind to my death. Okay, so let's see. Go here. He blocks with queen. Da, da, da. If I do come here and he blocks with the queen, which is the right move, I suppose. Then I take here, then he comes here, then I go back. He does that. Wait. Or wait. Okay, so if I come here, he blocks with the queen. I take this with check. He will block with the rook, won't he? Okay, so check. He blocks. I take the queen. He takes. I take the rook. And I march this pawn up, I think. Keep it simple. We're low on time. These pawns will be my victory. Because it'll be a bishop versus a rook, but I have more pawns and these pawns are closer. I suppose he could like try and grab these pawns and have some tricksy business, but oh, but after this, these pawns will be doubled, reducing the threat. And this is a really dangerous advance. In fact, he has to outright come back up to block it. Then I can scoot the bishop back and push this. Yeah, this is just completely winning. Okay, now come back, and then I'll have the two pawns on the 7th, which are unstoppable by a rook. And in fact, I had also forgotten that this bishop is guarding this pawn. So then, resign now. Please, Kay, thanks. Yeah, this file's over a gig now. This is going to take forever to upload. Gonna be one of those ones where I have to upload it at the internet, at like my dad's office or something. Though I will be at the church tomorrow for several hours, and the church does have better upload speed than here at home, so. Yeah, let's see, he moves his king here, I move up, here I move up. These pawns are a queen. Oh, tricky, but I think a meaningless gesture if I just move this pawn up. He comes down, I step up, he has nothing. I could also plug this thing into Movie Maker and split it into 2 separate videos. Also, I don't know if you can see this, but my mouse is totally flickering. Okay, so he comes down, I step up, and I continue to advance these pawns. These pawnly pawns of doom. Pawns. Okay, I guess he's looking to walk the king down. And try and take this pawn and renew the mate threat. I say no, there's no reason to rush this pawn advance. One of them will become a queen, it is only a matter of time. Okay. He also only has a few seconds left, so. And in fact, I'm free to move this bishop now. Okay, so if I come here... Yeah, I think I'll come here. Just take that. If he moves the rook there, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Okay, he's looking to come down here. Give a check. But I can just sidestep it. I guess he gets this, so I'll move back. He doesn't have a follow-up check anyway. That was a wasted move. Okay, and I win on time, so... What a game. Okay, my attack, I guess. He ignored his king safety, I ignored mine. I did spot that knight check coming. I guess it's a common theme. I've actually seen it before in some places. Then he does weird stuff over here, instead of just getting on with the attack, and I think that that's what killed him. That move, I don't know if it was sound, but didn't really see much else in the way of continuations for him, so... Until I saw this move, maybe it was bad, but after I saw this, I think it's just simplifying to a one-end game, which was pretty cool. So, yeah, this video is a pretty big file. Thanks for watching, and, yeah, tune in next time, I guess, for more exciting chess adventures.